Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, gonna go over all the games from the 22nd of March 2021. And as I usually begin, if you have not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Helps me out, getting really close to that 50 subscriber mark. So help me hit that mark sooner rather than later. Alright, other than that, let's get started with the NHL games from the 22nd of March 2021. First game was between the 12-game losing streak Buffalo Sabres and the New York Rangers, who've been playing much better of late. So let's see who gets the 2 points. And Buffalo's struggles continue. They lose 5-3, continuing their streak to 13 games. Alright, scoring actually was started by Buffalo. 3:52 into the second. Rasmus Asplund, that's how they said it. His second of the year from Riley Sheehan and Victor Olofsson. That was followed by a lot of Ranger goals. 7:13 into the second, Capo Caco gets his third of the year from Artemi Panarin. 10:39 into the second, Chris Kreider's 15th on the power play from Artemi Panarin and Adam Fox. Then 18:18 of the second, Adam Fox's third from Mika Zibanejad and Pavel Buchnevich. Then minute 9 into the third, Buffalo actually makes it a 2-goal game, or 1-goal game at that point. Dylan Cousins' fourth from Sam Reinhart. Then 4:22 into the third, Buffalo actually ties it. At this point, it's like, oh my God, is Buffalo actually going to get this streak over with? Jeff Skinner's third from Brandon Montour. Then they did not get it. 5:47 into the third, Chris Kreider's 16th on the power play from Ryan Strome and Adam Fox. 19:02 into the third, Capo Caco's fourth from Artemi Panarin and Ryan Strome. Alright. The Rangers outshot Buffalo 40-19 into this game. Considering it was even tied at one point in the third period, that's incredible in and of itself. Buffalo won the faceoff dot 56-44. Power plays were 0 for 2 for Buffalo, 2 for 3 for the Rangers. Penalty minutes were 8-6, Buffalo 8. Hits were 18-15, Rangers favor. Blocks were 18-15 in favor of the Buffalo Sabres. It's kind of ironic, those two were mirrors of themselves. And giveaways were 11-7, Rangers with 11. Now, Carter Hutton started the game for Buffalo, had 2 saves, 1,000 save percentage before he was taken out with an injury. A Rangers player crashed into him. His leg got stuck underneath him and it twisted in a way it should not have twisted. So, I don't expect Hutton to be back anytime soon if it's as bad as it looked. So, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he gets better soon. Never fun to see someone get hurt that way. Alright, he was replaced by Dustin Tokarski, who actually did really well. Grant, he did allow 5 goals, but considering this guy rarely plays in the NHL, usually is a AHL starter, he did pretty dang good in this game, honestly. 33 saves for 892 save percentage. Then Kincaid for the Rangers, 16 saves, 842 save percentage for a loss. Or for the win, actually, I'm sorry. Tokarski had the loss. Alright, on to Carolina versus Columbus. Carolina won this one 3-0. Columbus had just snuck into that playoff spot. I think they were knocked out today, honestly. Not completely, but just for now. 9:13 into the first, scoring began. Brady Shea's first of the year, which is kind of surprising that he only has one so far, from Sebastian Aho and Jesper Fast. Then at 6:39 in the second, Jesper Fast's fourth of the year from Brett Pesce and Jordan Stahl. At 8:58, Martin Necas, his sixth of the year from Sebastian Aho and Dougie Hamilton. This is recording, right? Yep. Okay. Alright. Carolina outshot Columbus 28-19. The faceoffs were 51-49 in favor of Columbus. Power plays are 0 for 2 for Carolina, 0 for 3 for Columbus. Penalty minutes 6-4, Carolina was 6. Hits were 33-21 in favor of Columbus. Blocks 12-11 in favor of Columbus. And giveaways were 9-7, Columbus with 9. Nedeljkovic is how I understood was how his name was pronounced the other night on the feed that I saw. His 19 save shutout for the win, and Korpisalo 25 saves, 893 save percentage for a loss. Alright, on to Calgary versus Ottawa. Ottawa won this game 2-1. This battle of the Kachucks was won by Brady, who honestly neither one factored into the game really in the scoring, so it really doesn't matter, but hey, still bragging rights. 10:23 into the first, Ryan Dezingel's 7th of the year from Austin Watson and Mike Riley. I believe that makes 5 now since he came over from Ottawa. Definitely plays better for Ottawa than he has for Columbus or Carolina. Alright, 14:54 into the third, Johnny Gaudreau scores his 13th from Milan Lucic and Nikita Nesterov to tie the game at that point. But Ottawa responds. 17:24 into the third, Chris Tierney scores his 4th of the year from Tim Stützle and Mike Riley to win the game. Alright, Calgary outshot Ottawa 36-23. Calgary killed him in the faceoff dot 63-37. Power plays were 0 for 1 for Calgary, 0 for 2 for Ottawa. Penalty minutes 4-2, Calgary with 4. Hits were 31-29 in favor of Ottawa. Blocks 18-11 in favor of Ottawa. And giveaways were 18-10, Ottawa with 18. Jakob Markstrom, 21 saves for 913 save percentage, getting the loss. And Philip Gustafsson, first star of the year for Ottawa, 35 saves, 972 save percentage for the win. He looked really good in this game. Hopefully he can keep playing like that for them. That would be beneficial, considering they now have lost pretty much all their goalies. Alright, Islanders versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia has got to be tired of seeing New York teams at this point. They have not fared well in the last few games against New York teams. This one not as bad scoring-wise, but they still lost. 2-1 in overtime. When you're chasing a playoff spot, that is not what you want to do. But anyways, there was no scoring in the first. 12:03 into the second, Oscar Lindblom scores his 5th of the year for Philadelphia from Claude Giroux and Jakub Voracek. Then 4:06 into the third, Islanders tie the game. Oliver Wahlstrom's 8th of the year from Adam Pelech and Jean-Gabriel Pageau. Then at 3:41 into overtime, Anthony Beauvillier scores his 4th of the year for the Islanders from Jean-Gabriel Pageau for the 2-1 OT win. Alright, Philadelphia actually outshot them 37-20. Philadelphia killed them in the faceoff dot 65-35. Power plays were 0 for 1 for the Islanders, 0 for 2 for Philadelphia. Penalty minutes 4 for the Islanders, 2 for Philly. Hits were 26-24 in favor of the Islanders. Blocks 17-14 in favor of the Islanders. And giveaways were 11-3, 11 for Philadelphia. Sorokin for the Islanders made 36 saves for 973 save percentage. And Brian Elliott 18 saves for 900 save percentage in the loss. Gotta go over another Ducks loss here, don't I? Anaheim versus Minnesota. Not terrible, but not good either. Still a loss. Minnesota won 2-1. Ducks actually opened the scoring 5:17 into the second period. Troy Terry scores his 6th of the year unassisted. Then 16:21 into the second, Ryan Suter finally gets his first goal of the season on the power play from Ryan Hartman and Jared Spurgeon. Then at 3:42 into the third, Nick Bjugstad scores his 5th of the year from Carson Soucy and Nico Sturm. That would be your game winner. Game over. Alright. Ducks outshot Minnesota 25-23. Faceoffs were 53-47 in favor of Anaheim. Power plays 0 for 3 for Anaheim. That's probably what killed them right there. And 1 for 3 for Minnesota. Penalty minutes were 6 each. Hits were 13-9 in favor of Minnesota. Blocks 17-9 in favor of Minnesota. And giveaways were 15-6. Minnesota with 15. I didn't write it down, evidently. I forgot to. But Ryan Miller was starting goalie. Got the loss tonight for Anaheim. And Cam Talbot got the win for Minnesota. Alright, on to St. Louis versus Vegas. Possible first round matchup. And Vegas won it 5-1. And that's a Vegas team that played the night before. Still beat them 5-1. Alright. Scoring started 8:41 into the first. Jonathan Marchessault's 9th of the year from William Karlsson. That's 6:42 into the second period. Vince Dunn's 5th of the year from Vladimir Tarasenko and Jaden Schwartz. Tarasenko has not done bad since he came back. He's actually done fairly well offensively. So that's good to see. Evidently, that shoulder that he's now had 2 surgeries on is holding up so far. All right, third period. Minute 20 in, Mark Stone scores his 11th of the year from Nick Holden and Chandler Stevenson, who is back in the lineup, by the way. And that would be your game-winning goal, technically. Then 11:19 into the third period, Keegan Colasar's first of the year for Nicholas Hague. At 14:56 of the third, William Karlsson's 8th on the power play from Mark Stone and Jonathan Marchessault. At 18:08, Vegas adds their 5th, Mark Stone's 12th, his 2nd of the game, on the power play from Shea Theodore and William Karlsson. William Karlsson had a very good game tonight, 3 points. Stone had 3 points. So those two had very good games tonight. All right, Vegas outshot St. Louis 35-16. Yikes. Now imagine if Vegas hadn't played the night before. They probably would have beat them even worse. St. Louis needs to figure this season out. They are having a hard time because I believe Tyler Bozak's now out again. Came back for a game and was injured again, I believe. Face-off percentage 52-48 in favor of St. Louis. Power plays 0 for 2 for St. Louis, 2 for 3 for Vegas. Penalty minutes 6-4, 6 for St. Louis. Hits were 25-23 in favor of Vegas. Blocks 18-16 in favor of Vegas. Giveaways 5-3, 5 for St. Louis. Jordan Binnington 30 saves, 857 save percentage for a loss, and Robin Leonard's first, I believe that's his first start since his return from injury. 15 saves, 938 save percentage. On to the Air North Division matchup because the Air game was canceled. That was between Montreal and Edmonton, I want to say. That game was canceled because 2 Montreal players went into COVID-19 protocol, so they just canceled the game as a precaution. But the Air games have all gone on for the evening. Winnipeg versus Vancouver. Vancouver suddenly had a chance to get into the playoffs, possibly. Especially now Montreal is on protocols for who knows how long. And Winnipeg having a chance to catch up to the top team. Wait, are they the top team? Can't remember if Winnipeg got top in that division now. Well, Winnipeg won this one 4-0. 9:41 into the first period, Blake Wheeler scores his 9th unassisted. There's your game-winning goal. 2:07 into the third period, Adam Lowry 6th from Mason Appleton. At 8:42 into the third, Adam Lowry 7th from Andrew Kopp and Josh Morrissey. Then at 17 minutes into the third, Paul Stastny's 10th of the year from Mark Scheifele. That was especially special for Stastny, I'm sure, because this was his 977th career game, which ties his father for, well, not any special number in the rankings. I mean, lots of players have reached that amount, but it's special because he tied his father. And in that game, he has his 10th goal of the year. Now, Paul Stastny has about 700 odd-some points compared to his father at this point having like 12 or 1,300 points. Granted, different eras, so not surprising there's a difference. But still, both very solid players. Very good players. So congratulations to him on reaching that milestone. Next game, he touches the ice. He passes his father's games played number. Alright, shots on goal. 29-22 in favor of Winnipeg. Face-offs 54-46 in favor of Winnipeg. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. 2 penalty minutes each. 19-15 is the hits in favor of Vancouver. Blocks 20-15 in favor of Vancouver. And giveaways 11-4, Vancouver with 11. Connor Hellebuyck, 22 saves shutout. Thatcher Demko, 25 saves, 862 save percentage. Now, that number is misleading. Honestly, I watched half of this game, and Demko was amazingly good. There was a reason it was only 1-0 through the first 2 periods, and he was the reason. Granted, he lost in the third, but still, he had a very good game. On to Colorado versus Arizona. I almost said Phoenix again. Granted, they were wearing the old Phoenix jerseys, the original ones, that I like much better than their recent ones. Alright. Colorado won 5-1. Now, 14:22 into the first period, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare scores his 3rd of the year from Matt Calvert and JT Comfort. as obviously the 3-point line, because that was Belmar's third goal, Calvert's third assist, and Confer's third assist. Interesting. That 15-28 into the first, Mikko Rantanen's 18th of the year for Nathan MacKinnon and Gabriel Landeskog. Now 3 goals behind Matthews and McDavid for the lead in the league. 11:44 into the second period. Nazem Kadri's 10th from Andrei Burakovsky and Jacob McDonald. Then at 16:19 into the third, Oliver Ekman-Larsson's first of the year. Yes, you heard that right. First of the year for Ekman-Larsson. Usually a guy who is the top scorer for his team, even though he's a defender. Power play goal from Phil Kessel and Tyler Pitlick. Now, usually he's the top point guy, not the top goal scorer, but still he usually has more goals than this at this point. All right, 17:28 into the third, Jonas Donskoi scores his 9th of the year from Tyson Jost and Valery Nichushkin. 19:49 into the third, Jonas Donskoi scores his 10th from Tyson Jost and Valery Nichushkin. Same stat twice in a row, evidently. All right. Colorado won the shots on goal category 35-25. Faceoffs were 55-45 in favor of Colorado. Colorado was 0 for 3 on the power play. Arizona 1 for 2. Penalty minutes were 6-4, 6 for Arizona. Hits were 32-16 in favor of Arizona. Blocks 23-10 in favor of Arizona. Giveaways 8-5, Arizona with 8. Grubauer had 24 saves for 960 save percentage for the win. And Antti Ranta, 30 saves, 882 save percentage for lost. All right, LA versus San Jose. This is our last game of the evening. San Jose won 2-1. All right, 8:22 into the first. Logan Couture's 14th from Kevin Labanc and Evander Kane. That's 17:31 into the second. Matt Roy's first from Austin Wagner and Gabriel Velarde. That 3:48 into the third. Ryan Donato's 5th from John Leonard and Nikolai Konishov. Now, this game was interesting. LA played last night. They dominated San Jose in the shots category, 42-23. And honestly, I watched most of this game, and LA had the far better chances. Martin Jones, I will give credit where credit is due, looked pretty dang good tonight. Face-off percentages were 57-43 in favor of San Jose. LA 0 for 5 on the power play. San Jose 0 for 2. Penalty minutes were 15-9. There was a fight between Curtis Gabriel and Curtis McDermott. McDermott won the fight. I don't even think it's really close. Anybody who voted for Gabriel is just either a Sharks fan or a Gabriel fan and is blind to reality, because Gabriel won that fight. Did not win that fight, and it was pretty easy fight for McDermott. Hits were 25-8 in favor of San Jose. Blocks 16-12 in favor of San Jose. Giveaways 10-6. LA with 10. Jonathan Quick, 21 saves, 913 save percentage. And Martin Jones, like I said, 41 saves, 976 save percentage. Really good game for Jones. That is 3 straight games that he has allowed 1 or less goals. Actually, I believe all 3 allowed only 1 goal. But still, good stretch for Jones. He's actually looking good. All right. There you go. That's all the games for today. I'm going to end this video here, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching, and thank you to my subscribers for subscribing, and I will see you all next video. Make sure to like, comment, and share as well. Bye, everybody.